What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another game here, provided by CSGM. Tonight we have for you Impact Gaming against Twisted Sin, and we're right into the knife round here on a lovely day on Cobblestone. I'm Darf Mike, joined here by my good friend Dreamboat.
It is, in fact, a beautiful day, you're right, and no perfect day for some shanking. It's just gonna be a little bit of shanking there, Impact winning the knife round, and if you're an Impact fan, well, means absolutely nothing, but it's a good start.
Yeah, gotta get that confidence flowing, gotta draw first blood, you know? Get the juices
Exactly.
going.
If you're not shanking people, you're doing something wrong. In knife
So,
round, at least.
absolutely. So, thanks for joining us all, folks. If you want to find me at any point, you can find me on Twitter at DarfMike. Just got a little echo. Interesting. I don't know if you all could hear that, but I got a nice little echo of myself. And Dreamboat is here at Esports Dreamboat, correct? No, Dreamboat Esports?
Dreamboat Cast.
Dreamboat Casts. I'm sorry, I was just casting with TJ, who's Esports TJ.
I see. That makes sense. So much esports, so much casting, who knows?
Dreamboat Casts at Dreamboat Casts. And again, we're here for CSGM, here to provide for all of your casting needs. You can find it at csgm.tv if you need casting going on. But we're into the pistol round, and there's going to be 5 running right through A main, catching kills left and right, but they're actually going in favor of Impact. Heavy casualties as they come through the main doors. Head up the ramp, but Gabe catches the bomb off, climbing the hill and tumbling right back down. So that's going to be bomb isolated and 2 players alive, with flanks coming in from all sides. Things are not looking good for Twisted Sin.
No, not at all. They're in a bit of trouble right now, although solid positioning, except for the fact they don't have bomb if Deluded can find anything, which he can't. Somniac's going to start to move for that, but there's a little bit of a flank from Gola coming up long, which is going to catch one off. That's Deluded going down. Leaves just Insomniac 1v2, or 1v4, sorry. And he can't even find 1 or 2 going down to Seper.
That was a really surgical pick apart from Impact. I mean, Twisted Sin lost 2 players coming through the main doors, so they were already at a disadvantage. But then it just seemed like they got picked apart one by one with really precise USP shots. Great play from Impact to clutch that round out.
Absolutely, they did everything they can, but you know, the guy with the 5.7 coming in through doors was just so key, because with that bomb dropped where it was, there was really nowhere that they could go, nowhere that they could run, because they're trapped on site, bombs nowhere near them, and their CTs on both sides of bombs, setting up great crossfires. It was just absolutely awful place for them to be in. As for the defense right now, Sanders, he's gotten boosted up onto tree, which I do like to see on the B-bomb site. That's kind of where the early presence are from Twisted Sin as well.
We've got a bit of an interesting buy here, specifically the P90 bought up for Savzera. It's a very expensive SMG to go for, and since you don't get that extra kill bonus, it's a bit of a questionable buy sometimes in these early rounds, especially against pistols. But I guess the advantage is that you can carry it over more readily to armored players. But he's going to be tested soon. There's 2 players grouping up right above drop, and he's ready to pop right in after they fall and catch the kills. So we'll see if the P90 can be effective. They also got Gabe here for support, and Gabe's not going to wait for them to fall. He's just going to pop right out and hop and grab Charybdis. That's AWOL down as well. Players dropping left and right. The drop room has been brutal, and we're back down to a 4v2. Exactly as the pistol round went, so is going the first gun round, and it's just as ineffective. As I say that, Insomniac manages to catch 1 flying down, but that's all he'll get as Sanders shuts it down.
You know, I like, too, for the fact it was Sav with P90. We're like, oh, yeah, he's got the P90. He's going to bait Gabe, get the kills. It kind of worked out the other way around. Gabe got all the kills with the UMP. Who knew? UMP is better than P90. And cheaper, too.
And cheaper, too. That sounds like a promo now.
Yeah,
for 2 installments.
For just 2 installments of $600, you get your UMP today. Go fast.
I want to see Billy Mays style CSGO commercials now.
Can you imagine Billy Mays casting CSGO?
I would be so happy. I would make my life. Gola out long. I'm going to catch early kill Savzera with a headshot as well. Again, this has just been picked apart before it even started. Twisted Sin just getting crunched in on. They're going to find the bomb in a moment here. Savzera catching a player as he tries to duck around the corner. I mean, this was just against pistols, but still just nothing doing in this round for Twisted Sin. Charybdis last alive and last to fall, but fall he will do. So 3 quick rounds on the board for Impact Gaming. They're wasting no time about this. They're hunting those frags, and they are finding them.
Absolutely nothing doing there for Glocks. They're just getting, they got it, systematically annihilated, which is what you expect. And now here's where we get into the interesting round. They're going for a bit of the bonus round, or as Stato likes to call it, the Jaden round. They have 3 SMGs, 2 UMPs, and an MP9 on Sepher, which I'm not a huge fan of the MP9, but some people seem to like it. And it's an AK push quickly towards B. These SMGs could do some work, but it's actually the molly from Sanders. He picks up a second one with the FAMAS. That's a 2-man advantage, and they're still trying to force the issue. Twisted Sin are. They're still working their way out plat here with Bomb, and these flashbangs are doing such a good job of delaying. Rotations have come around, and there's really no fallback. It's going to be Sanders trying to find another one. Insomniac will find that kill quickly, though. 2 men up on plat. One of them very hurt right now.
Yeah, Zephyr's got great positioning here around the statue. He can pop out right as soon as they try and go for the plant. He's actually going to catch the plat player, and then a second. Great play from Zephyr to just decimate this push. Now Charybdis left alone, as he was last round, on site. They had rifles in hand, but really it just went exactly the same way as the eco rounds. Lose players early trying to get into sight, and then just the push is completely neutered as it actually executes out. So again, Twisted Sin on the back foot. Charybdis can't get anything going there, so there's going to be 3 rifles saved in the next round, and Impact Gaming are rolling with 4 rounds.
Well, the nice thing, too, is those 3 rifles, they're 3 AKs, which having that insta-kill headshot, one tap bonus is so crucial. And it's going to be so nice, especially if these pistols don't manage to get them. The longer they can keep these AKs going, it gives them a nice little bit of damage potential. With pistols on the other side, though, we do see Sepher bringing back out the UMP. With 1 rifle on Savzera, which is the man without the AK.
Yeah, the out of place buy, if you will. Well,
yeah.
Rather in place buy, and the rest are out of place. You know what I mean.
The poor man who's like, hey, you guys saved 3 AKs. Can I get one? What? No? Oh.
Nah.
Okay.
I think I actually saw Charybdis on LAN. He played last season with Heaven's Devils, I believe. And I think I actually saw him at 2 LANs, GexCon and Frag 11. So, good to see Charybdis in the server. So far, not working out too well for him. He's actually going 0-0-4. So, I'd like to see him wake up a little bit. But, Impact Gaming off to a rolling start. And they're going to hop right into the drop room, get run down. Actually, the pistols went out. Early kills going their way. AWOL just barreling onto the site. He's certainly shown up this time. Savzera shuts him down, but it's still a 3v3. Oof. Right from on plat, around the corner, Zephyr shuts things down. Catches 2 kills. Now it's just Charybdis alone once more. CZ in hand. Rifle may be retrievable, but that should be all he can get into this round.
Doesn't help that Gola knows that he's there. He's just unloading on it. And a Molotov, he's going to give him some warm feet. Scrapped him for. I don't know what he wants to do here. Does he like his chances? Is he deciding? It feels like he does. The opportunity here, but he gets shot through the door. Gola being like, you know what? No. Just no. I'm just going to peg you through a doorway just because. No. Not allowed. You cannot do this. Goodbye.
I didn't like that decision to go for it because he still had 2.5k, right? So even if he doesn't get the round loss bonus, he has enough money to buy up armor, to buy up some grenades. He can take that rifle into the next round, and they are into a buy round right now, so it's going to be the op up and the 4 AKs. Maybe they figured they'd have the buy anyway, so they might as well go for it. Nothing doing that time, but it's not an unreasonable gamble.
No, not at all.
So they're going to be rolling right onto the B plat once more. They've tried to fight for this aggression a lot. They've been rebuffed pretty frequently, and Zephyr is going to be playing the close spot right around the broken wall. Could be a bit sneaky if things go his way. There's going to be a bit of a fake here towards long, it seems, but the bomb's still hanging out in Museum, so it'll be interesting to see where that wants to commit. Pretty vanilla defense coming out from Impact. 3 and 2 to the sites. No one playing too aggressive in a drop room, playing contain on it instead.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice little passive hold here. Not overcommitting, just waiting to see if Twisted Sin is going to tip their hands. A flashbang into drop. That there's going to be a little bit of presence there, but no one even close. They're just going to let them have that. Now it's just going to be double blowing back for the bomb. We should see them start to tip their hand a little bit earlier here now with about 30 seconds, 40 seconds left in the round. They've got to start moving somewhere.
And they've got map control down drop. Yeah, that's going to be starting to, as you said, tip their hand a little bit. But they can still take this either way. And it looks like they're going to favor B once more. This has, so far, I mean, it's early days, but seemed to be their favorite site. And the kills already not going their way. 2 players down to start with. Their push onto the site is just hurting already. Charybdis and a run answer back, though. Even Stevens now. Bomb should go down, but still good positioning from Sanders. Ultimately amounts to nothing. Ooh, SavZera coming in on the flank, though. Catches a kill to even it up before they go for the retake, and he gets another! SavZera with the AWP is absolutely deadly so far, and it all rests on Charybdis. I feel like I keep saying that. Once more, last player left alive. This time, at least, the bomb is planted. Won't do him any good. He's going to get shot down. So Charybdis, the last alive once more, unable to do anything. Impact Gaming on to 6.
One thing too there with Sanders' position on steps, he unfortunately waited a bit too long. With the man down drop, he just got caught completely behind him. Whereas, you know, you can't really know that's going to happen, but he probably should have gone a little bit faster, a little bit earlier to see if he can catch the guys up on plat. Regardless, despite him not having any real impact there, they do win the round, and now it's impact on 6-0. Nice little lead there built up. But lost bonus and buys are starting to kick back in. Twisted Sin bringing 5 AKs right back.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, they can just buy up every round until they get through it. The question's going to be whether they hit the reset if they do manage to get around. Gola, the back turn's going to find a player and nearly gets a second. AWOL spins around just in time, so they've managed to reduce the losses there, but 2 players low. That's AWOL and Arun down below half health. Arun, never mind, has no health as SavZera's AWP finds him. Finally an A execute, but it's not going well at all. SavZera picking them apart on the entry. And they're just about to be caught in a crossfire as the flanking player will come in as well. Gabe trades out nicely there. Still, terrorist players falling left and right. Sanders boosted up, finds another. SavZera shuts it down. Impact Gaming looking dominant so far on Cobblestone.
You know, one of the sort of nice things that Twisted Sin can take a little bit of solace in is the fact that they're not leaving too many people alive. It's 3 straight rounds with 2 left. So they're doing some economical damage. It's not quite fully under their feet. See 3 people right now under 3,000. Goal is the high one at 3,000, and 2 down at 15 and 17. But, you know, still with SavZera and Sepair, they're up around 76 and 5. So quite a bit of money there, but they're at least not letting it, you know, like, we're not looking at a situation where it's 7-0 and, you know, 6 people have 16K right now.
Yeah,
not one of those games.
Yeah, there is a round cushion, though. Impact will be able to get a buy, actually a pretty comfortable buyout, because Sav can drop a gun, Zephyr can drop a gun, Golo will be able to buy himself, so that's a full buy if they do lose this round. And then the risk you run there is the reset for Twisted Sin, right?
Exactly.
If they buy up, lose a round, and then go right back into it, it's going to be a little bit risky. So I'm seeing from the chat that Twisted's having to use 2 ringers, and their IGL isn't here, apparently. And the 2 ringers don't play CS anymore. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not looking good right now.
That explains things a little bit. However, here's the thing. Your guy doesn't know their lineup. Look up and down their lineup right now and tell me which member of Twisted Sin are the stand-ins that don't play CS. It's not a particularly strong performance from anyone on Twisted Sin right now across the board, with 4 of them at 3 kills, 1 at 1 kill.
Yeah, no standouts at all. This match pause coming in. It's not technical as no one's dropped out, although did Diluted drop out for a bit?
His ping is up around 100.
Yeah, that could be it. Trying for that reconnect. Ooh, it's going up, not down. That's the wrong direction. Diluted sold your shit out.
That makes sense. Dream saying it's like around the maintaining their main spot. Need 2 people that play. I can't remember what it is for main. I think it's 3 people that played on the roster. Yeah, 3 people. I think it's still the 3/5 rule. It's a little bit different in TF2 because TF2. Whoa, Sav with a nice early pick.
Sav has been on
more
fire
players.
so far. He's already up to 12-4, so he's just absolutely tearing apart this team. I mean, Twisted Sin, whether they're executing well or not, they just can't seem to get into one of their executes without already having lost a player or two. Right? Like, even at the setup, the aggression from Impact Gaming in various points of the map is just working out beautifully. They're taking away players before they even have a chance to have any impact into the round.
Absolutely. No pun intended from you, I'm assuming there as well. Or was
That
it
one was
intended?
actually accidental.
That's impressive. I love it. Those are the best kind of puns. And it's one of those ones it's kind of hard not to make with a team like Impact. However, Aaron going down, drop, through the fire, through the smokes, and finding Gabe is going to even things up. However, he's very hurt. So, even if there's another Molotov that goes into drop or something, he's going to go down pretty quick. Really what I'm looking to see is with Insomniac over on the A-bomb site, if he can catch anybody out on this lurk or whether he's going to elect fall back. Looks like a bit more pressure is going to start to come in towards the B-bomb site. It's a matter of time before someone peeks. Aaron Sanders there. Is he going to check that corner?
They've got a long flank coming in the form of Insomniac as well, but Gola's actually watching for it somehow. But Insomniac's going to grab the kill, diluted as well. Charybdis answering in as well. Players have just fallen away, and Twisted Sin finally gets on the board. 3 alive. Bomb plant not there, but at least they get the kills. They are finally on the scoreboard. It took 8 rounds, but they've done it. They've cracked the code.
Yeah, absolutely. Got around there, and the nice thing is they pushed together. They cleared all their angles together, and they really left a situation where there couldn't be someone to be sitting. However, the money on Impact Gaming, they've had to go with 2 UMPs, but if they win this is a giant reset of Twisted Sin and is going to let them kind of run away with the half. Doesn't help that Aaron is just sitting in a Molotov, dropped down to half health. He was looking for something with the scope and nothing was there, so they had to use a smoke to demolish that.
Bit of a stack here towards the B-bomb side as well. They've left 1 player as an anchor over towards A, and they're playing 4B. That's the correct read so far, as that's where the early aggressions come out from Twisted Sin. But Harun's going to answer instead, catches one of those players, and now they've spread out 2-2 to the sites. So looks like they've weakened their defense just in time for the hit to come in. Bomb starting to shift over, players grouping up. They're ready for their execute. See if any utility gets deployed on the site to enable this. Sanders with a cheeky position under smoke's gonna catch one. That's the up down as well. Could get more here, finding players on platform. Worried about getting wrapped though. He'll get hunted down by Charybdis. Insomniac from the drop room catches another. This is bomb site secured. Bomb should go down, locked out of sight. Impact's just gonna fall back. They've got 2 players, but as you said, their economy was never quite secured. They always lost enough players in the round to keep them a little bit on the ropes, and now they're just gonna fall away.
Curious to see if Gabe is going to be able to get any kind of exit kills here and maybe recover something better than the UMP. He's going to as well because Diluted, who's the very low HP player, is just kind of running straight through. That's an absolute free kill and a free AK given to Gabe, and now it's just a matter of whether or not he can hang on to this. He's going to. All the players are kind of much closer to Gola. It's getting a little bit hairy. I think he's going to be okay. That looks like both players are going to escape with a gun. And like, oh, is he going to catch someone out here? No, timing was just off for that. It was very close. I thought he was going to be able to do a lot more damage.
Made it through. So those 2 guns up. They can cobble together something here. It looks like they're actually going to cobble together something pretty decent. Better than I expected. 2 UMPs, 3 rifles. Armor up on every player. Even a kit on Zephyr. So that's something to do.
Yeah, it's almost an identical buy to the last round as well. I mean, we had before 3 M4s last time and 2 UMPs. This time we got an AK with 2 M4s and 2 UMPs. So
good early nade ship on Insomniac. Yeah, we'll see if they can do. They've got that 4-man stack again towards B early. Not going for the early aggression as they did in previous rounds.
Another meaty nade onto Insomniac up drop. He's just getting peppered down. This is going to be really tilting for him as well. He's down to 40 HP and he hasn't seen a player.
It's that type of situation where it's like, I haven't done anything wrong. Why does life hate me? Why does this game just punish? And
I mean,
now
you could slightly argue he was top drop. You could slightly argue maybe his positioning was slightly wrong. You know, could be somewhere where you're not going to eat those nades, but regardless, it's a rough spot. So he at least does what's done to him back and a little bit more, hitting Sephair down to 32.
Yeah, Zephyr went for that that cheeky flash peek, but they were ready for it. They've been doing it a lot in these rounds, and so Twisted Sin were prepared. Now they've actually weakened that B-side defense, and it looks like that's where the hit's going to come through. One of the drop players dropped as well, so Insomniac, with good positioning, he may not have much health, but he's got the positioning to explode onto site, and only 2 defenders to greet them. That's Sanders, who's gotten aggressive towards platform. Not going to work out. AWOL's found it already, and players falling left and right. Bomb should go down in just a moment in the smoke. And this site's looking pretty strong for Twisted Sin. Insomniac's down to 16, but he's still fighting his way through. And just like that, player's wiped from the board. His impact is right back into this round. It's a 1v2. Gola is all to do. Can't get it done. Up shot instead. Gola goes down. 3 rounds on the board for Twisted Sin. They're getting right back into this.
Well, we kind of talked about Insomniac, how he was very hurt or very early, taking down to 40 damage, 40 health. Not a great situation. You're not sure how much of an impact he's going to have into that round. Turns out he had a very strong impact. He did that early damage onto the one player and dropped. Managed to go down, drop down, get an insta headshot, and only take 10 damage from that. Stepped into a Molotov, still lived, and killed another player. You know, showing no problem for him. And now Gola, no gun, no problem, just a deagle. That was a filthy headshot.
That was crisp. Walk out, 1 tap. Oof. That's a nice deed. And a second! Gola is on fire with this hand cannon. If he can get a third, I'm going to be so very happy. Come on, Gola. You've got the angle. You know where the player is. Just do that little sidestep headshot action you got going on. Insomniac instead going to find the kill. It actually looks like there was a little bit of team damage there out from SavZera. So now SavZera and Gola are going to find no targets available to them as the T's have caught wise to their ways and just bailed out completely. Other site, Plant will go down, and SavZera is the only one to stop them with a P250.
Too bad that Gola's fallen off. I would have liked to actually see him try and just recover the AWP that he dropped. I don't think he realizes that one of the players was the AWP, but instead, they just like their chances. They're going to go straight forward.
I mean, clearly Gola's feeling hot. At this point, he's going to fall away. You got to hope he's going to retrieve one of those guns out towards long, have the presence of mind to know that it's there. It's actually going to go through A main. Might get caught
here's the
off.
timing. Yeah, AWOL's on his way.
He hears him. I think he heard the audio cue. Now he's going to reposition, try and get this deke shot in. Is he just going to give up on going for the gun?
No, I like what he's doing. He's trying to read the people camping the 2 guns that he dropped, and now trying to find the other players that might be hunting him. That's an incredibly smart read from him there. But now here's the thing. Where'd that gun go?
I think he may have shot it out of the air accidentally. So no gun for Gola, but still 3 kills with a deagle. Not ultimately able to get his objective, but still some nutty pistol play coming out of Gola.
Yeah, just going to show that you don't always need a rifle to be a very high-impact player for Impact Gaming.
I cast a game last night where I think more rounds were won with pistol buys than rifle buys. Like, I think if you watch the demo, I'm not sure. Like, I think it was at least even and very possibly more. So the hand cannons do a lot in this game. And we've got the rifle buy out anyways. Even though Gola's not able to retrieve a gun, his team's still going to be able to get the full buy up. And they've got 4 again. They're playing this 4-1. Gola's shown himself to be formidable enough to lock down this A site, but it's still going to be a heavy test if the T's come through in force. Instead, they're going to fall back into their default, which appears to be 3 plat, or 2 plat, 1 drop, and 2 outside of A. This is like the safety blanket, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's one of the things you have to look at with Twisted Sin is they are, like, as chat said, they are using stand-ins. Situation where you might have a lot more set pieces in your actual team that you'd want to bring out, but because you're not your actual team, you don't have your in-game leader, you can't really pull some of those out as easily. Because maybe your substitutes don't have, they don't know what your plays are.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
A very rough situation for them. They're really doing a good job making it work. They picked up 4 rounds already now, 4 straight to be exact. Kind of make it 5 and close this game, close the gap on this game.
I like this positioning from SavZera. Chicken Coop answering in immediately. He's going to get a second as well. Great hits. Actually, that's Zephyr with the op. I thought that was SavZera. My apologies. Zephyr with the op from Chicken Coop getting great damage here. And Gabe's got great positioning. Catch the drop player out before he's had a chance to make an impact. It's all on Insomniac. No room to work with. They know exactly where he is. Fires the last bullets in his gun before he takes several others to the chest. And he will rest dead on platform. Double op
Yeah,
comes out.
finally, Impact Gaming breaking the setup and busting out the double ops. Why not? You had that big loss bonus come in. Feels like the right thing to do. Just pull out the ops, do a lot of work, and I mean, especially if Seper can do as much work, and if Gola can make that op work like you work the Deagle, this should be a very, very good round.
He's going to go back to the Well of Long as well. That's Gola trying to have an impact. But there are no targets to find. Instead, they're going to drop right into Gabe. Gabe with a quick 2K spray down. Great kills. They've already neutered the attack of Twisted Sin. 3 players still up. One of them has an MP7, though. They're going to fall back and hesitate. Everything slows down for Twisted Sin. They had a fast play coming out, and it was just decimated on entry.
Gabe stood tall, got gifted a couple kills and dropped just with his strong positioning, well timing play, and just of course crisp aim. Had the crisp clean locks there, boys. Just doing a great job. And that's the interesting thing of this setup, though. They still have the people towards B, right? Look where Gola is. He's the only guy A. Look where the T's are. They're all A. So this could be hairy for him. He hears the guy in mid, doesn't manage to find the first kill, but now he's finally got a rotator coming over. That's going to be SavZera helping him out. See what Gola can do with the AWP.
They're starting to rotate over the third. They've gotten savvy to this. Just no presence towards B's made them very suspicious that this might be an A hit. And it makes sense. Twisted has sort of used A as a last resort. They haven't really defaulted to A very much this game, so it makes sense that if they haven't put themselves onto the map so far, they'd be coming here late. Shots ringing out, but no kills as of yet. Positioning getting known. Gola from back of sight. Very aggressive spot to hold, and he's going to come up big. SavZera bailing him out as well, and Zephyr with a quick no-scope shot in Murder Hole to close things out. 9-4. Impact Gaming are back on track to roll through this half.
Well, you know why they call it a murder hole. Go through it, you get murdered. You tried to go through it, he got murdered. I mean, I don't know why, in a situation 1v3. Yeah, exactly. You think you're better than Murder Hole? Nah, man. Murder Hole is too strong. Murder Hole will get you every time. It's just another case of Murder Hole is greater than a T player.
It's like in scary movies when someone's like, I don't believe in that story, and then they're instantly the first one to die.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Or the I'm gonna hide here. Like no one ever checks here, and that's the first place to get checked. It's like, come on, no, it just doesn't work. I'm gonna, it's that one guy that always dies first. Thinks he's being clever. Not being clever, he's being an idiot.
So it looks like with these pistols, they're just going to run out onto B, get right into the murder, and murder it will be indeed. Gabe and Sanders and Zephyr just all chiming in. AWOL gets himself a party favor, but a Kobe will blast him to the moon. Nothing doing in that round whatsoever.
That's a rough spot. Just sitting on plat, you got nothing to do, and then, Seper just lands an HE on you, and you're like, here is where I lie. Midnight. And he just dies. Just gone.
Gone. Obliterated.
There's the best one where played a game of PUBG the other day, opened the door and a nade had already been cocked and thrown in the room, and I just look and I'm like, I can't pick this nade up. This is a live nade. And then it blew up and I was like, yep, that happened.
That's a bad time.
Those situations, you just see it, you're just like, it's got enough of a delay, you're like, well, I'm dead, and then it happens.
Yeah. Here we've got a bit of a change-up coming out from Twisted Sin. Last round of the half, they've got AKs up, and instead they're going to opt to go out towards A. They've already lost their flank player, and SavZera is getting aggressive. He catches one. He spotted the second, but can't burn in time. That spray was just a little sloppy. Meanwhile, though, Gola on site with the op has shown why they feared A so far. Twisted Sin already losing players left and right. This op chiming out fast and furious, and the rotate already in. Going to catch a player, so this is, again, information gained, but they're pushing up on Gola, closing the distance very cleverly. Gabe going to answer back, though. Charybdis dropped, diluted, the last alive. Will get the plant down, has the time to do this, but now he's going to have a player right in his face in just a moment. Keep his head down, get the reload off. If he gets a quick headshot, takes us down to a 1v1, this is absolutely doable. But tough positioning, his spot known. Got a lot of room to work with, and they have time to work him. The double peek can come in. They don't even need it. Sanders will get the kill. Defuse comes in. 11-4 half for Impact Gaming. Looked like Twisted Sin were back into it for just a moment, but the sweep came in.
Well, one of the nice things that Impact there as well that round is the fact that they didn't, they hadn't put any ridiculous aggression in this game, kind of, it felt like on their CT side. They were very passive. So this round, they get the first kill by instantly boosting Gabe up drop, finds a guy with his pants down, and then they followed up by a guy walking up mid and also catching someone down. It's just like they've been so slow, and then all the aggression came in.
So now as we adjust into the second half, I mean, Twisted Sin had a rough time on T side, and on CT side, you can sort of hang back and just play aim duels a little bit more. But especially on this map, you need coordination with those rotates, you know, the drop player, when to start hedging over towards one of the sites. And without that chemistry there with the stand-ins in, I'm a little worried about how their CT side is going to look.
Yeah, but it looks like we're getting back into the pistol round here. Second half coming alive. Impact Gaming versus Twisted Sin. I'm at Dreamboat Cast, joined by at Darth Mike here for CSGM. Ufrag, we cast. Let's see how Twisted Sin answer back in this pistol round.
Early aggression from Insomniac out long. He's going to get absolutely run down here. Hasn't been able to pop ahead yet, and now he's got no bullets in his gun. So with a plethora of T's to find, they're going to run him straight down. This is going to draw out the huge rotate instantly. 3, make that 4 players starting to commit over to A site. If they rotate out, they might catch them completely with their pants down. It's just going to be Charybdis locking down this platform, and that's the only B site presence they have. And indeed, the rotate will come in. Decoys have been thrown, and that's keeping the interest here. They're going to start to cheat away from it, but it may be too little too late, as drop room's been secured by Gola. And if he catches this B site player, the jig is up. It all rests on Charybdis. He needs to get a kill here to make it happen. Can't do it. He's getting run down. Bomb should be planted momentarily. And they're right onto the site. Players falling left and right. All undiluted to get anything going in this round. They can't do it. Twisted Sin down 4-12. Just gave up the pistol.
Absolutely. And the good timing of Gola with that drop play. He didn't, you know, overcommit to it. He's like, yeah, you know, we got 3 guys flat. They can probably get this kill. Go out, find the kill. He's just sitting there in drop waiting for something to happen. Last rotator comes in, sitting in the doorway, just kind of poking through, and he's like, hi, I'm in window. Hello, goodbye, you're dead. It was great.
Toasterino.
Ripskis.
Ripskis, indeed. So the pistol force here, 4 players stacked towards B. They're sort of mirroring what Impact did on their own CT side. It'll be interesting to see if it can work out for them, if they can have any success with it. There's still a Molotov on the T side that they can use to clear out Arun's position here on the platform. But we'll see if they actually do choose to commit to B. There's no real reason to commit yet, but they are set up to execute.
Yeah, it might be worth committing if you just feel that you're that much better than them. You can just kind of run over them. Especially with the damage that they did with that early Molotov. You know, Arun got roasted down to 37, Char down to 13. There really hasn't been damage done to their side, so they might actually like chances here, and that's exactly what they're doing. They still have the utility, but beautiful shot there from Arun. Picks off Savzera, and now he sees nobody. Or he sees Gola, and his head's gone. That's what happens. He's like John Cena, you know? You can't see him. You see him,
it's the last thing you see.
Yeah, exactly.
Gola's been fierce this game. I mean, he's up to 14-4. Savzera on 18-11. I mean, no one is really lagging behind on this Impact side. Saffir's on 14 as well. Gabe's on 15. This side, I mean, it's just been a steamroll. And this kind of a completely uneven scoreline, it's not that surprising that the kills are stacking up. But still, solid contributions from everyone on Impact side. Gola highlighting that, rolling on to site. But the Pistols have a great impact here. Insomniac and Charybdis still up, but they don't have bomb control, and they don't have site control. And Zephyr should have some space to at least retrieve the bomb and get towards a plant. They're going to start chasing him down, but the plant comes in. The commitment, 3 seconds. Maybe they're hoping he just lose track of the clock. And now they're going to rush him down. Not a lot of coordination. No double peeks here. He knows where one player is. It's a 1v1. They both have rifles up, but Zephyr clutches it out. 13 rounds on the board for Impact. They're not slowing down anytime soon.
He is too strong for that. You know, you can leave him in a 1v2 against Pistols. Come on. It's a field day for him. He's having himself a very, very good game. You know, he's 17-5. Like, what is that?
What is that indeed? Just a fury.
It's a field day. All these guys are just having field days, especially Zephyr and Gola. 5 deaths each. I wonder who's going to die more, and whether that's going to be 6 deaths. You know?
Yeah. And the
Finish the game
3T's
with
just
5.
gonna come rolling out of A main, nearly get caught out, but actually grabbing the kills themselves. Twisted had a great setup to counter this A main push, but ultimately they just can't hit the shots. Get run down with the SMGs, and they're torn apart in an instant. It was the quickest round on record so far, as Impact just plow right onto the site, take the duels, and win them out. I'm interested to see if Impact's actually going to upgrade into this round, or if they take the bonus. They've got such a cushion to work with that they might as well see what they can get done with these SMGs, and that looks like exactly what they want to do. So they're going to carry these MAC 10s into the next, jump around corners, do those silly scouting plays, if you will. And there's 5 rifles on the other side to greet them, 4 of which are on the site they're headed towards.
Yeah, and you know, Impact, they're not just looking strong, they're looking strong, and they're looking to make an impact with those SMGs. Gola's right in. I don't think he realizes how close a player is to him. And in fact, they don't realize that Aaron is right below. Just the SMGs, though, so this isn't really a bad round to lose. It doesn't really matter. Worst thing that you give your opponents is, like, an SMG. Well, they recovered an AK or 2. Not the best. They can still absolutely bring a buy-in. Impact can.
Thanks, Chaz. Thanks for that joke. Chaz and chat, everybody. Let's give them a round of applause.
Yeah, if anyone has the power, can you ban Chaz? Thank you.
Temporary timeout.
I mean, I don't even have mod. That feels bad, man.
For reasons of punning.
Yep.
Insomniac gonna grab a quick kill. That's exactly what they need going into this round. If Twisted are gonna get anything done, they need every advantage going their way early on. And there's a lot to be found. Sanders, though, with a good kill over Smoke, equalizes things. And now it's not looking good for the Impact side. Sav takes a nade straight to the face, but Insomniac's down low as well, so it's pretty much even Stevens. There's a UMP in Zephyr's hands, but he's such a deadly player, we can't can him out regardless of what weapon he's holding. And so 3 on 4 is going to be the hit on to B, as it looks like they do want to commit to this drop play. Smokes go out, flashes as well, so Diluted is going to be tested. He wants to get his way into there, but that Molotov's going to lock him right out of the drop room. So the commitment comes in. B site it is. This is going to be the site of the showdown. Twisted Sin needs this round to keep their hopes alive. Otherwise, they're going to be in dire economic straits with little to do. AWOL opens things up nicely. Arun answers back as well. Kills flying back and forth, and Zephyr found as well. 4 players up. The economy is strong. 6 rounds on the board. They're starting their momentum up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Twisted Sin maybe making this a game. Can they win, 10 straight rounds, pushes to 16-14? Do you see this in the cards here, Darf?
I'm not going to try and read those tea leaves yet.
Why not? I thought you were like a tea leaf expert.
Yeah, I'm the full... Yeah. What was the character in Harry Potter? Madame Trelawney?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I've never seen a Harry Potter movie.
Have you read a book?
Nope.
Oh. Are you not part of that moment of cultural zeitgeist?
Great word, by the way, but no, I'm not.
Zeitgeist? It's a fun
I know.
word.
It's
Those
amazing.
Germans, they make the best. They have all the best words. Instead, Savzera is going to have the best pistol as he grabs a kill, and a rifle should be retrieved in just a moment. He'll grab it, but as he walks through smoke with that new rifle, he loses it in a blink of an eye. So again, 4 players up. So there's just going to be a ton of money on this Twisted Sin side. Now, admittedly, they don't have a lot of a cushion to work with, so if they start losing rounds, they've got exactly 2 rounds before they lose the game, which is when their money would run out anyway. So money is no longer relevant for Twisted Sin. The checkbook can be put away. Nothing matters anymore. They basically got infinity money. Not quite, but you know what I mean.
I shouldn't say I've never seen Harry Potter. I saw the first movie years ago, but that's the only thing I've seen. I've never finished it. I just saw the first one.
Wow. Left out. Well, I'm glad my references completely, just did not work at all. Instead, Savzera's reference to his AK is going to work out very well as AWOL will go down on platform. So that's the opening pick. Did you like that segue?
I did. That was wow. That was... Teach me of your wizardry.
On the subject of Harry Potter, reaching for his wand, Savzera's not going to get there quick enough, but he's already grabbed the kill onto a run, so they do maintain that man advantage, and 2 players watching for the flank. It's a bit of a spread out push from the T side, but so far very effective from Impact Gaming. Gola, Zephyr, Sanders, and Gabe alive and hungry for those kills.
Absolutely. have the man advantage, although I wouldn't necessarily say they have the weaponry, because Seper, he's on a Galil, and if anyone has watched me cast before knows that that weapon is like the bane of my existence. I feel it is the worst aim in Counter-Strike. So I'm not sure how I feel about him having that. That could just, cost a round. If they lose this round because he has a Galil, I will probably cry IRL.
Did you see the accidental effects of the new update where they changed basically the accuracy of the first few shots for the Galil?
Oh, no.
So it's a little bit more accurate on the first few shots and then less accurate on the full spray, similar to the other rifle changes. But Insomniac alone on site's got 4 targets barreling his way, and he'll only get 1 before he gets dropped, and the rest of his team soon follows. So Impact Gaming are right back on the board, 15-7. We're on to map point. It would take 8 rounds from Twisted Sin to bring us to overtime.
I take back what I said about the Galil. That was he got a nice little 2K there. And instead of buying another Galil, he buys the UMP. He's going backwards, not forward.
Always forward. Always forward, never backwards. But instead, Zephyr will downgrade to the SMG. He's been favoring it a lot this game. Seems to really like the UMP regardless of whether there's been changes to the gun or not. So again, we're going to see the heavy brawl over on B side. 4 players for each side. Utility flying out. Heavy utility usage. They're trying to push Gabe through this smoke, but it's just not quite working out. Shots ringing back and forth. A little bit of damage done to each side. Twisted Sin coming out worse for the wear, and very worse for the wear now, as their A site anchor player is gone, wiped from the board, and they're still losing players on B. Impact could just completely rotate off the site, but instead they're going to take the brawl, and they're going to find the kills. It all rests on Charybdis. He's the only player alive. He's finding kills, but there's a lot to be found. He'll get a 3K, but that's not enough to save them. This game goes the way of Impact Gaming, 16-7.
The words of Mace Windu, this party's over. That was just an absolute massacre on the B-bomb site. Beautiful play from Impact. Come out on top of this game.
Absolutely. I mean, they just looked to be in control the entire game. There were a couple moments where it looked like Twisted Sin was starting to figure something out, get a couple of rounds strung together, but then immediately Impact Gaming would just take control, get back in that driver's seat, put their foot on the gas, and never stop. So just a dominant performance from Impact Gaming, looking very good. Frankly, Twisted Sin not looking quite prepared for this match or this map.
Absolutely. So that's been us from CSGM here. Please, give us a follow on Twitter, not just CSGM, but also myself at Dreamboat Casts. Darf, yours is at Darf Mike, right?
At Darf Mike, DARF Mike. I hope you can spell Mike.
Our producer Sharp, what's your Twitter?
Doesn't matter.
He says it doesn't matter. He doesn't want.
No attention for Sharp.
I like
so. So once again, thank you for joining us for this game between Impact Gaming and Twisted Sin, and have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, you frag,
we cast.